Tonight, we're getting answers for you about where the money goes from marijuana sales in Vermont. We got from a couple of into the education fund. Jesse asked answering, where is all the money from marijuana sales since we've legalized it going? And Brian says, I feel like we the people were promised a significant increase in tax revenue from the legalization of marijuana. Would you be able to explain this as you did with the lottery revenue? We sure can, Brian and Jesse. Many of you are probably remembering the headlines from when the legal marijuana market was set up that said the taxes the state collects from recreational sales would be used for a combination of substance use prevention and education. You'd probably assume then that some of it is going to the education fund, but it actually doesn't at all. The Joint Fiscal Office's latest report on cannabis revenue breaks down the dollars for us. The sales tax on cannabis brought in about $8.1 million last calendar year. That goes to pay for after-school programs specifically, so it's not the education fund. On top of the sales tax that you pay, Vermont has a 14% excise tax on recreational marijuana, which brought in about $19.7 million in 2024. Right now, that goes into the cannabis regulation fund, and then anything left over, which is about $12 million or so this fiscal year, goes into the general fund, with 30% of that set aside for the health department to use on substance misuse prevention. There are some changes for next fiscal year, which starts in July, fiscal year 2026. All the excise tax revenues from the recreational cannabis sales will go into the general fund, with 30% up to $10 million still earmarked for substance use prevention. And Brian, to your question of whether there would be a significant increase, $20 million is less than 1% of the general fund revenue. So it's really a drop in the bucket. Jesse and Brian, thank you for the questions and for helping us get answers for other people too. If you have a question you want us to get answers for, send us an email at gettinganswers@wca.